some. Hello, my lovely Lovecraftians. Today, I'll be working on a very important project. 2 hours apiece, what do you mean? Like, zoo pals. I'm working on a taxidermy bell today. Hi! Let me take this off so I don't ruin it. This is this family heirloom, don't want to ruin it. So, I'm gonna put this to the side real quick. Like, you're getting a free cover with the whole group from me. Ow! I have to be very careful not to shake this desk that much because it is bad. The zoo pal's stuck for 2 hours, and then we're gonna have to edit it, and then we're gonna have to get the art for it, and the artist already approved it, and it is already in progress, and it is already happening, and we're gonna have to play it. And every time, whenever we play, Pal World, yeah. I gotta be careful not to look up. Every time I look up, like, my ring light doesn't have the thing anymore, and I have astigmatism. Anyways, we won't be needing these for a while, but these are roses I dried myself. But, so I'm gonna put these gently to the side right here. And my cat's got into the moss a bit, so that's why it's already open. Sorry about that. Yep, it's already in the works. When I say I'm gonna do something, I typically do it. I swear I put scissors in here too. Well, I don't need them right now, but I'll figure it out later. I wonder which lighting looks better. Let me test something real quick. I kind of like it with that lighting. No, it's just the lighting. I can turn the lighting back on, but I'm going to dim it down a bit because it's getting to my eyes. It's cool. I like the cool one. No, I'm just using my Pro Strats. Oh yeah, let me look for the scissors while I'm up. I think I put them over here with my glue gun. Charger. Yeah. That's better. But yeah, I'm just working on a bell jar today. Eventually, if this turns out good, I might auction these off or do giveaways. But this is my first time doing it. And I'm going in basically blind. I've only watched one video of someone else doing it, so thoughts and prayers, chat. I have experience with D&D minis and stuff like that, and I'm not paying anything, so it shouldn't be that bad. But, you know, it's not going to be the best because it's your first time. And that's what you need to do. You need to try things the first time. It's not always going to be perfect. That's why it's called learning. That's why it's the educational stream. So, first off, that definitely looks like I could fit the cat skull. I'm not sure if I'm going to do butterflies on this because I kind of want to keep the butterflies separate because I did measure them out and they're a bit too big. I have to use fake butterflies for this. So, first off, there probably won't be butterflies. But that's okay. Because we're already going to have a lot. That is the bell jar. I want all green, I think. Well, I don't want it to look too light. I want the purple if I can find it. It says there's purple in here. Yeah, that's what I want. A little bit of this. I'll get the skull in just a second. It's so hyped. I'm so hyped too. I only want to use the softest moss. Oop. This is a pretty good. Purple, 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 purple. Ah, we've discovered more purple, chat. If I could do like purple, like this and that together. Because let me go get the skull. I put the skull in a separate room before I started so nothing would break. Watch my stuff for me. Hello, Perry. I can put your music back on too. Alright, so this is the skull. Trigger warning for those who don't like bones. I put that everywhere. I will not reiterate. There's going to be bones on the stream. Do not come at me and go, Cuthluwu, I'm so scared. You use real bones. Why didn't you say anything, Cuthluwu? The glasses are on. The taxidermy is happening. This is my bones. Thank you for coming to stream. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and leave a comment on YouTube to boost Cuthluwu's partnership. I'm Jimmy Abyss. This is Jimmy Abyss after he rolls a nat 1. So, Cammy said that we should dye it in blueberries, and Cammy's the one that gifted all the stuff that you see right here, right now. So, Grill! This is payback for the zoo pals. So, big shout out to Cammy. This stream would not be possible without Cammy Kazali, one of our top donators in chat, our Cuthluwu devotee. Big round of applause for Cammy. I would clap right now, but I got bones in my hand. Ooh, scum. Well, you're kind of right. There is scum inside of this, because I dyed it with blueberries. So, it got a nice little... Take a moment to appreciate it before it gets locked away forever. Nice little dye to it. So that's why we're going for the purple. Now I have to make sure that the skull fits in the bell, which it looks like it will, but it's going to be a tight squeeze. This is also why I'm not doing butterflies. Ooh. We barely made it, chat. We barely made it. So I'm probably just going to do a couple roses. So what I'm thinking here, looking at it, is a rose on each side. This is a cat skull. Now, I know what you're thinking. I do wet specimens on stream too, and I typically do octopuses. I also have another thing we could turn into something later, which is a snake. Why a cat skull, you might ask? It is not from any of my cats. We needed something small that would fit in a bell dome. And I already have a wet preserved rat, which isn't in the room. The rat's in my bedroom, because it's fucking awesome. I love rats. We're doing a cat skull because of H.P. Lovecraft's Call of Cuthluwu and Cats of Ulthar just got mixed together. Call of Ulthar. Cats of Ulthar. Now, if you've never heard the story of Cats of Ulthar, then you're going to have ulceritis. Anyways, Cats of Ulthar is a story about how these people came into town and they were hurting these cats, these old people. And this one boy from a far out town came with his cat. And basically what happened was the old people killed this boy's cat too. Then all the cats from all the lands came over and killed them. So Cats of Ulthar was one of our better stories. It's a very short read. Highly recommended for H.P. Lovecraft. It's a little bit of whimsy, a little bit of humor, and a little bit, Dude, I was waiting for someone in chat to ask me this. Happy Man. His name was Happy Man. Yeah. What was H.P. Lovecraft? Google H.P. Lovecraft's name, because I can't say it because I'll get TOS'd. But, this is Jimmy Abyss. This isn't H.P. Lovecraft's cat. So, the next part for this is... Dude, it was so hard. Because, you know, in every type of, like, setting I've had, people are like, why don't you make your chat mascot a black cat? And then have text-to-speech. And I was like, no. Because knowing me, I'm not going to ban the word that everybody's going to say with a black cat on an H.P. Lovecraft stream. Because I'm just bad at it. So, chat, should we do it all purple base? Because there isn't that much. Or should we do, like, a layering? Like this green. Get into a circle. And maybe, like, this. And then a rose can lean up against that. Do I have two of these? Where'd my moss go? Oh, I put it over there. Oh, yeah. I like that idea. Split that in half. Alright. So, I'm thinking dark green base, clumps of purple, this twig kind of like behind it, like this, and the skull, and then the two roses. I'm thinking about putting this around the rose stems though, so I'm gonna keep that. I don't got maroon, I only got purple and green. Sadly. The moss I was gifted only has purple and green. I don't have any paint at home. I think I picked out all the fun colors out of this. Definitely thinking of using some of this. Oh, fuck, I'm getting moss everywhere. There. We'll put that around it too. Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna cook real quick. Just trust the vision. Make sure I'm not missing any purple. Really green with dark purple. Some little clumps is all I get. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Okay. Let's get cooking. Yeah. Like I said, this is going to be my first one, so. Shoot. Never mind, we're not going to get cooking yet because I forgot to turn on my glue gun. I got a wireless one, and it only came in pink. I can't escape the pink, chat. I could put like one of these. Hi! We can't forget to leave room for the fairy lights either. mean, the great thing about this is I can always go back in and open the bell and take and exchange stuff. Because I'm only gluing down the moss at the bottom of the green base. The rest is just going to be like, and the purple. I'm going to glue down the purple because I know I'm not going to. What was that? Sorry, I dropped something. A little tiny screwdriver. Let there be light, chat. See, one thing about doing later is drilling a hole in the bottom for these. But for now, I'm just going to lay it on top until I can screw the hole in the bottom. Okay. We're just unscrewing the lights. There's that. Alright. My glue gun's hot now. Ow, very hot. Oh, why did I do that? I'm glad that happened off camera. Don't tell me I'm out of glue. Okay, no, I have glue. Okay, maybe it's not ready yet. Sorry, chat. Little baby screwdriver. This is the skull I was talking about. This little baby screwdriver. I'm waiting for the glue gun to heat up. In the meantime, thank you for coming to my first ever taxidermy bell cam hand scream. I'm thinking about doing commissions later and doing raffles for this as well. This is based off of cat skull, because H.P. Lovecraft is famous for cats, and I would never get a wet specimen of a cat, but I still wanted a cat in my room. This one I'm going to keep since it's my first one, but if I get better, I might take commissions, and I also will be doing raffles and giveaways later, because I definitely can get the small things from, like, a Joann's Fabric myself out of pocket, and then for the big things, like the skull, that's probably what I'll just, like, the skull and the dome, those are the most expensive things. But you can find these domes at sale at home stores. I started going to home stores to look for them. They're a lot cheaper than they are on Amazon because no one buys these. This type of project, I'm not saying nobody does this, but this type of project isn't that often done. So thank you for coming to my first one because I am very nervous. I've been putting it off because I'm not the most artsy streamer. I don't do art commissions. I had a very, like, bad digital art style, to be honest. And just the fact that I get to do, like, hands-on stuff like candles and this, I'm glad I'm at least excelling in, like, this type of art. I didn't even consider it art till I was talking to some friends and I was like, look at the skull I'm dyeing. And they're like, what are you doing that for? For art? And then the other friend was like, yes, she's doing it for art. It's art. And I was like, this is art? I just thought it was a cool little hobby. So as soon as I was told that it was art, I got in my head and I was like, I can't do art. I've never done an art my whole life. I never took art class. I was in music classes. I'm musical, not arty. Sorry, I didn't mean to have you heard that. I'm just drinking my protein. I love these things! Okay. Should be warm now. Come on. There we go. Is it clogged? Don't tell me it's clogged. I literally tested this beforehand. Give me 1 second. Let me get my charger. I tested this beforehand because my chat knows that the skull was broken and I fixed it. And you see it's very, very well fixed. Where'd the jaw go? Apologies for my scuff. Why I'm waiting for this to charge up a little bit. Does anybody have any questions about taxidermy? Okay, that's charging. Sorry about that. I literally tested it beforehand. This was glued together because this broke. Yeah, it's coming out. We have all the parts. That's the first part. How did you get into taxidermy? Oh, that's a great question, Faye. Well, you see, I grew up on a farm. So growing up on a farm, we also do things like hunting and getting our own fresh meat. So with that said, being a kid, sometimes we'd feed our dogs or our pigs, and there's a thing called sun bleaching with bones. So sometimes an animal will leave behind its bones and they'll be bleached. And I was just an unsupervised little whippersnapper, and I'm from China, so I didn't see anything wrong with playing with bones. So I played with the bones. I would collect them. I'd make little jewelries out of them. I'd use them as like little art supplies for like things like carving and other stuff like that. I was never ashamed of that because in my people's background, a lot of people say that they're mean. I've seen the Adidas logo laser printed onto a crab before. I'm not saying that everything's sunshine and rainbows for my background and my heritage, but oh yeah, I posted before and after pictures in the chat. Before, like, it was white, and then, well, I don't have the after pictures for, like, after it dried for a week. I let it dry for a week, and the towels were still a little damp, so, next time I'm gonna try to just, like, get a dedicated area to let it air dry. I'm thinking of, like, one of the bathrooms that doesn't get used, because I have a 3-bathroom, and there's, like, this one bathroom that's, like, a storage closet that no one goes into because it's so tiny. I'm thinking about using that for my bones. That sounds so weird to say. Disclaimer! Nobody's bones will be broken down in my bathtub. I'm not crazy. I made it to a break. You can't spell fart without art. You're right, though. You're so right. Dyeing, it was pretty easy. I feel like I wasted a bit of blueberries, which made me sad because those blueberries tasted really good. But dyeing it actually was very easy. Let me make sure that this is centered. So the process for this is going to be this. Let's rough draft it while we wait. Then these. I gotta find the 2 best roses here. I really like this one. But I also really like this one. And then oh my god, with one? I kind of really like it. I know you guys can't see from my perspective. I wish I could do 2 cameras. Let me take a picture of this. It's very cute with the one because it looks like a little umbrella. Then I'm gonna send it to... Sorry, Faye, I'm sending you this so I can post on my stream. Thanks for being in my company with me and you and our company together. I said my company. You know what I meant. I'm very nervous. This is a very good entry level. I'd recommend if you're trying to get into taxidermy, doing wet specimens first. We did this on stream. I know you can't really see it because of the red dye, but there's a tentacle in here. It also doesn't help that there's lights. Thank you, Faye.
This is our year.
We bonded over Pal World, and you're supposed to be my wife, so I have to send you my bones. It's according. Okay. Hear me out, chat. This is the most cutest thing ever, and I'm doing it this way now. I'll put a butterfly on the skull's head later, possibly, if I get a small one, but the ones I had weren't small enough. Okay. Let's put... Do you see my image? Do you see what I'm going for here? And then the fairy lights. But we just gotta wait for the glue. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off. We're gonna dust this, and my glue gun should be ready now. I'm wondering if it would be better if I turn the camera this way. But no, now you guys have the image already there. Top down, I think, is still the way to go. Alright. There's like blood on this. Am I injured? What the fuck was red? For some reason, I'm red right now. Cammy's getting his wish. I don't know where this red dye came from, but hey, it's here. That would be kind of smart. I didn't think about that. I don't have that right now. What I did for these is I already used like a preserving thing, but I hung them and pinned them to get this like drape look. And then I dried them. I dry flowers all the time. Sometimes I use it for my candles and stuff. So the clear coat probably would have been another good way to preserve it. But what I did was just like, I hung them upside down to let the moisture leak out. And then I just took a pin and then removed said pin to have it kind of like a mournful rose is what I'm going for. I'm going for like, how do like, I don't know what I'm going for. Like a space? Like a space cat being mourned, I guess? Will fit in the dome with the flower. Yes, I cut it properly. It'll fit. The only thing that might happen is this might get crushed down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that off. It'll still look just as cool. Okay. Don't fail me again, glue gun. I'm going to use the little baby screwdriver to make sure there's no gunk. I don't know. Funny enough, wrong thing. I think it might be the fact. This needs pushed in more. need a little bit in the back. That'll be good. Okay, cool. That should be good. I'm gonna have to get another glue stick here in a second, though. Alright. Don't burn me! The flower is preserved. I put, God, it's this chemical, I can't think of the English word for it. Give me 1 second, I'll get my, yeah! Cool. Step 1 completed. Step 2 will require me getting another glue, but we have this. We'll cut around it in a second. I just want to get underneath here and try to get some more glue. Basically what was happening was the glue gun's glue wasn't being pushed through, so I have to go get more glue for my glue gun. Yeah. I had a feeling I'd need more sticks for this project, but I thought one would do. Thank you for being patient with me. It's definitely a process. They turn out to be plastic? That's crazy. Because they have these leaves I'm not going to use. Alright. Now I think the next step I want to do the flower last. So the next step would be this. Should I do like that and then the skull could be at an angle? I kind of like the fact of it being behind. I'm just trying to give the skull like a nice cushion right now. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're gonna take the flower. Just take a little bit of, oh, thorn. Just gonna give a little bit on the tip here. And then I'm just gonna wrap it around a few times with this like stencil out. And I'm just gonna hold it down. Okay, and then I'm going to do another progress picture update from what it's looking like on my end. Keep in mind, I still have to add in the fairy lights, and I also have to, what's it called? Fairy lights and like a little bit of workshopping. So far, it looks way better than I imagined it for my first one. Okay, here's a progress photo update. Oh, wrong one. Teehee. It looks way better than I expected it would. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with it already. Let's go ahead and add in the fairy lights next. So, you're probably wondering what I'm doing right now. I'm measuring around and trying to spiral the fairy lights down preemptively. That way, I don't have to do it twice. It's a decent spiral, I'd say. I'm going to use the top part of my arm. We're getting innovative, chat. I'm going to use the top part of my arm to create the same width as the bell lights. So I need it to fold in half, and it's not doing that. There we go. I'm going to use my thigh, actually. It isn't doing what I wanted to. There we go. Alright, I'm sorry I'm being so quiet. Let me put back on your music. This is the Mice Waltz by Enzo Korn. You are being difficult. You will be taken out for now so you do not break. Okay.
Like a relentless weed, moderate to severe Crohn's disease symptoms can keep coming back. Break away to what's possible with Tremfya.
Of course, as soon as I put back on the music, we get an ad about Crohn's disease. At me, by the way. Okay. Let's go ahead and take off the excess moss before we begin the lights. Don't want to ruin any of my pretty purple. So right now we're just trying to, you see this part right here, chat, where the ridges are? We're trying to make sure that that is showing. That way the bell can be closed. So we're just going in with these scissors and we're just cutting around the edges to ensure good closure. You know, just kind of like when you text somebody late at night and you're like, hey, what's up? You're just looking for closure, chat. You're just looking for some closure. That's all we're doing. We're just getting our closure right now. Just bit by bit. It gives us a more uniformed appearance as well. And that's why we have the purple layer over top, so it still looks natural. So. Oops, shit. Well, my desk is clean now. I didn't think it'd be that, I had the music muted for a second. Definitely gonna have to sweep now. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Can I let you guys in a little secret? I hate working with fairy lights. I love how they look, hate working with them. It's true that the Fae are tricksters, because I cannot begin to comprehend amazing. Superb. last part. I'm really having to get in there. Here we go. But yeah, basically, the art of taxidermy is the art to preserve a scene in time forever. It's a good way of honoring things, especially in my culture. The art of taxidermy is to be delicate, much like how life is delicate. The art of taxidermy is frowned upon, sadly, because people take it to the extremes. And it doesn't become about preserving beauty or nature or life as itself in an essence, but more about, look at this gnarly thing I did or something, which I like looking at some people's art too. Even in its humor or in its capacity, because life has humor in it. Life has a lot of different elements. And that's what makes taxidermy such a beautiful thing. Is it the elements that you can create, the scene that you can capture in time, the way that you can make death more than death, but something that lives on. Something that is still enjoyed even after life is gone. Taxidermy isn't about playing with dead things. This isn't play for me. This is something that I'm being quiet with. I'm taking great delicate care in. I'm trying to find the best way to make this specimen shine in its afterlife. Taxidermy is educational. It's environmental, it's preservation, it's art. It's a way of saying, I did something, I was here, I saw this life through, and throughout I honor it even after it's gone. Taxidermy isn't just buying a bunch of stuff and throwing it together either. I thought carefully about the reds. My rose, as you can see, isn't completely black, even though I love black roses. Because I thought that I wanted to honor the blueberries that I had to use, make sure that the skull is preserved in the way it should be, and just take my time with things and get to know the specimen you're working with. Get to appreciate the life that was lived. Get to be a part of your art is what I think about. I think that taxidermy is something that isn't for everybody. I think that even drying flowers, some people can look at it in a different light. Some people are gonna like what you do and some people aren't. And that's life. That's why we have different mediums and different ways to go about our days and stuff like that. I'm gonna take some of these to make it look like twigs underneath of it. is coming along pretty nicely.
Wish you could become a morning person? You know the type.
I wish you
up
wouldn't play
before
right now,
the
ad.
sun.
Okay. I think that is about it. You know what? Kind of liked your guys' fallen petal idea. You can find beauty even in the things that might typically be considered mistakes. Alright. Time to glue everything together. I think I like where it's coming. It looks like he had hair. I know. You don't want to stay. You're gonna have to stay. Time to take everything and just kind of that. But taxidermy for me is just finding something that just seems right to you. Like, whatever you're trying to preserve. A moment that's in your time. Thanks, job applications! It's a funny name. Fuck. I'm so close. It's just getting it all to fit now. Just need it to fit. Haha, the little tiny screwdriver comes in handy. It's your moment to shine, tiny screwdriver! Go, tiny screwdriver, go! Push it all in! The most essential tool. The tiny screwdriver. Alright, it's done. I'm not closing mine up all the way yet because I want to drill a hole in the bottom for my lights. So mine doesn't have to be perfectly sealed. I'm going to try to get it as close as I can before I show my picture. Oh yeah. There we go. I'm just getting the fairy lights in. All right. We're finished. We did it. Oh my gosh, it looks way better than I thought it would. Thank you, Faye, for being my guinea pig for letting me test the things. Yes. I'm going to show you guys right now. I get the camera down, but I'm afraid it'll break something, so I'm going to show you the photos. I'm not done shoving the wires underneath. So bear with me. Oh my god, it looks so good. How'd that photo get in there? That was a photo of me first starting. Okay, anyways, my screenshots. We're gonna need more cameras if I'm gonna do this again on stream, but that's it. I paid about $55 to $65 for that. That's pretty good. And like I said, I had to keep the light out because I didn't drill a hole in the bottom yet because I wanted to see if it even worked. So mine's not completely sealed, but I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back. I like it. I like it a lot. Would anybody be interested if I did this for them and mailed it for about like $55 plus shipping? Seems fair because that just covers like $30 for the skull and then like $10 for the material. So it doesn't take a whole hour to make. It's just that I was taking a while. Pretty cool though. Just have to get better at wire management. Sorry that I didn't pay attention. Job application. I'm doing my job. I want Orchid Mantis. Orchid Mantis won't be. I haven't done bugs yet. I'm curious how to do bugs, how it'll work out. So I was hoping to do butterflies with this, but I can see why I didn't. I used the petal idea too. Like, you guys were worried about the petals falling. And I was like, shit, that actually would look really cool. It filled in that empty space right in the center that I didn't like. Seems more natural that way. Kind of like do it like this. Yeah, I can just keep it like that for now. It worked out! Ta-da! My masterpieces. Alright, yeah, I did it! Here's daily on joke. Why did the rat sign up in college? It desired to be a mouseketeer, the high quality arts. I feel like I made a high quality art. I will take my camera down though and show you in person because we're going to be ending the hand cam part of the stream. So you get a live turnaround. Make sure I have all the... And by the way, the mouth doesn't fully open like that. I did that. I propped up a stick, if you look like real close in the back, to make it, see the little stick in the mouth? Because the mouth stays closed and I wanted it open so I could see the teeth better. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. My favorite part is how packed I got the back too. I like how the rose and the withered moss both are like cascading over top of it. If I wanted to in that empty space, I could put like a butterfly or something, but I kind of like the empty space. I also could put another thing of fairy lights around it if I wanted to, but I kind of like keeping the fairy lights just at the bottom, just as a like small thing. That way the plastic doesn't go over top of it. Just like a little boom, you know? You would not believe your eyes if all the fireflies would look pretty sick in this, to be honest. But yeah, we did it. First ever bell jar. I give it an 8 out of 10. The only thing I'd improve is the negative space right there, but the rose petals do help, and the negative space up at the top. But I kind of like that the negative space does parallel diagonally, as well as the full space paralleling diagonally. Overall, for my first time, this was really good. This was really good. This could have turned out a lot worse. The skull could be broken. I could have fractured my flowers I dry preserved myself. The moss could be ununiform. Because see, even some of the white dead moss, I tried getting down there while I was doing it. And the sticks I used from the roses that I dry preserved look like more natural, I think. Seen in the dark? Yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second. There will be some natural sunlight behind me, sadly, though. I don't have blinds. I'll try to, like, stand in front of it. Oh, yes, flip switch. It gives a very... I know you guys can't really see it, but, like, there's, like, a warm yellow glow that the thing gets in the darkness. Very nice, though. High quality. I forgot which one's my camera. I think it's this one. Okay. We did it. I can't believe we did it. Thank you, Cammy, for donating all the parts for the stream. I'm gonna stop the stream, then restart the stream just so the VOD just has the building on it, because I'm probably gonna game some.